Rolling. In this fifth video, we're talking about our 24-hour day. So, Linda, what time did your day start?
Today, 8 o'clock.
Okay, so if this is your 24-hour day, then 8 o'clock would be what, here? 6 in the morning, noon, 6 at night, midnight. So about here?
I guess, yes.
Well, so 12.
Yes.
6.
Yes.
So here? You know, roughly.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and what time did your day start?
Almost the same time, quarter to 8.
Okay, so we're here. So here's our 24-hour day and here. Now, so 8 in a 24-hour day, so how much of your day happened before 8 in a 24-hour day? In other words, from midnight until 8, you didn't count it or list it.
I was sleeping.
So, was that sleeping part of your 24-hour day?
Yes.
Then how come it didn't get counted?
I'm not sure. I guess it should get, I guess one needs to count it.
Well, put it this way.
It's regeneration time.
If you didn't have that period,
Right.
if you didn't have the benefit of whatever happened in that 8 hours, how
Right.
would you be?
Really tired.
So, right? So it can't be nothing. So how come you said 8 and not midnight or 12:01?
Well, I thought maybe we were going to 8 till tomorrow morning.
Good answer.
Did you just make that up?
Yes.
That was very good, though.
Good answer. Good
I'm like, whoa.
Okay.
So my point here is that we didn't count that.
And yet it's important and it's necessary.
It's
and
important,
useful.
it's necessary,
And
it's
not a waste of time.
It's not nothing.
Yeah.
It's something, and
Yeah.
it's something useful, and it's something
Yeah.
valuable, but it wasn't counted.
Right.
How interesting.
It is.
So then, who didn't count it?
The ego.
Right?
The ego has to be productive all
Well,
the time.
what could be important without me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Right?
All right.
Yes, without
So-
me in it.
So, right, this is the answer, and most people will give this answer.
Yes.
It's a normal answer.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with that? It's a normal answer. So now if you ask a non-meditator, are you your personality or your ego 24/7? Well, yes, of course. Who else would I be? Right?
Right.
Are you Linda 24/7?
Right. You'd
Yeah.
say yes. if
Are
they
you
were
Susan
non-medical.
24/7?
Yes.
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 Well, but then when you're
Asleep.
asleep and not dreaming, are you thinking,
That's
oh,
true.
thank God my day is finally over and I'm asleep. What a hectic day it is.
Yeah, so no, you're not.
No.
No, you're
No,
not,
you're not.
right?
No.
So then you're not Susan as an identity 24/7.
That's correct, yeah.
You're not Linda as an identity 24/7. But if I ask you when you're awake, if you're Linda 24/7, the common answer is yes.
When you're sleeping, you're Linda asleep.
Well, this is what this one says. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still Linda, but I was asleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So, isn't it true that when you wake up, what happens is that this character moves into the center,
Because the mind starts working.
Yeah.
and the ego starts working,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And the to-do list starts working.
And the to-do, so all of the characters, all of the events, now they come into play.
Right.
Meanwhile, a
And
third of your
decisions.
day has gone unmapped
Right.
and unincluded. If at all it's included, for instance now, these characters, if at all, for instance, the dream is included, whose dream was it?
Well, we don't have any control over it.
Yeah,
So
but whose dream is it?
it's our dream?
Yeah, right? It's my. So that dream becomes a my.
Okay.
You can only have a my in relation to me.
Mhm.
There's got to be a me to have a my.
So there's the ego there too.
Well, so sure, and it's calling it my dream.
Yeah.
In other words, in a period where it was absent, it retroactively claims that time.
Mm.
It's like wanting to be paid for a shift you didn't work. Right? You weren't there. Like,
But sometimes you solve problems in your dreams too.
yes, different things can happen. So
Yeah.
that period is not nothing.
No.
My friend was asking her daughter, it's like, how did you sleep, dear? And the kid goes, how would I know? He says, you're asleep, how would you know? Right? It's a good answer.
Well, if you felt rested, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're sort of guessing by symptoms, but you don't
That's
know, you
right.
weren't there.
That's true.
So this is the first thing. Not only do you make that dream period a my, you call it just a dream. Oh, I won $1 million, but it was just a dream. So what's the significance of that word just?
It minimizes
Not
it.
real.
Not real, minimizes it. It's not real like this is real,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is real, right?
We're in real time here.
This is real.
Yes.
But when you're in deep sleep, what you call this real?
Mm. No.
No.
It's only real because you're in this state.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you're dreaming, generally speaking, when you're dreaming, does that seem real? While
Yes,
you're
it
dreaming?
Seems real
Absolutely.
when you're in the dream, yes.
Well, it is real while you're dreaming.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when you wake up, no, it's just a dream.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you scream in your dream,
Sure.
and that's real.
Yes.
Especially for the person beside you.
Exactly.
That's right.
So the first point I want to make is that ego, unless it's there, it can't be that important.
Ah.
And if it's anything, it's a my. Because from this me, all of this is my. So
Yes.
now, put your characters in your day around the,
Doesn't matter where.
well, from the time you wake up till you fall asleep. So put them in here. Okay, this you didn't count, so
Okay.
these are empty. So these are all the things that can happen in your day. Put your things in too.
Okay.
So you put the extra ones in as well.
Sure.
Because it can happen in.
Well, how many things can happen in a day?
a
How
split
many
second.
characters? And this looks like a lot, but when you really think how many there are way more than this,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or can be way more than
Some of
this.
them can be a split second.
Yeah, and who's responsible for managing all of this?
Well, we'd like it to be the clear self, but it often is the ego.
This is the deal. So this one feels the pressure for managing all of these
Yes.
things it calls my.
Yeah.
Yes.
Funnily enough, like the one you're calling my, they're calling you my.
Mm-hmm.
You're my friend and I'm your friend.
Mm-hmm.
So how egocentric this whole thing is,
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
right? And how often control-oriented these guys are.
Mm.
And then at whatever time you fall asleep,
Mm-hmm.
seemingly nobody's in charge and things are mostly fine.
That's a good point.
Like, if it was that important for you to micromanage it every second, how come this part goes on and with luck you feel rested?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So that's strange.
That's a good lesson right there. And a good
What
observation.
was like, so the thing about ego is that often limits your view of yourself. For instance, have you ever cut your finger?
Mm-hmm.
And did you heal that?
Yes, it healed.
But you don't want to say you did it.
No, it healed
Just
naturally.
your body did it.
Your body did it, yes.
Well, that's part of you though, no?
I guess. Yes.
I guess. I don't. Did some fairy godmother come and heal it for you?
No.
It's,
But
it's
there's a
something we don't have
resistance.
control over.
There's a resistance to claiming that.
Yeah. Because
Because
we
you're
don't do it.
I don't know how that happened. I didn't
Yes.
do it.
Yes.
You don't easily want to say yes to that question.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Eh? How come? Because it's not this one.
No, not that ego.
Do you know how your respiration keeps going on even when you're asleep and seemingly nobody's in charge?
Right.
You don't wake up dead.
Yeah.
No, just happens.
Yeah.
It just happens. So there's a lot of things that just happen.
Yeah.
But this one is very concerned with control and making things happen or keeping things from
And that
happening.
takes a lot of energy and time.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And it's no guarantee that there's cooperation happening here because this one is, to it, is here and you're here. Right? So there's no guarantee that this one's concerns are the same as yours.
That's right.
And you've been minimized somewhere around the fringe.
Can be totally different.
Totally different.
Yes.
So one part of
Where
spiritual...
somebody might want to be, controlling, right?
Sure. And then...
And then this one wants to be, if you're in the ego.
Yep.
And so then the match happens.
Sure, there's conflict,
There's
right?
a conflict.
So one part of this is to show that each state is determining what's real from its own vantage point. When you're in deep sleep, none of this is here, right?
Yes.
Neither dream nor waking.
Right.
When you're dreaming, all your real world so-called stuff is nowhere. When you're in this place, only this is real and everything else is just some aspect of me.
Yeah.
Even your spiritual aspect is just some aspect of me, right? It's still, even your spiritual stuff is on the fringe. Oh, my yoga that I go to Thursdays from 6:30 to 8:30 or whatever. It also becomes a my. And this whole outlook is invisible. Because nobody thinks about this stuff. Unless for some reason now you have sleep problem. And now it becomes a very real problem.
Yeah. You
But
don't
other-
sleep because you're thinking.
Yeah. Or worried or some health thing. But whatever state you're in, it calls its own state real and all the other ones unreal.
Wow.
And sometimes you see when the light goes on and you're sort of clearer, your problems look different.
Yes.
It's like, wow, I was worried about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's so petty and insignificant.
Yeah.
We magnify them.
Yeah. So this is the part about your 24-hour day. And now we're halfway through because this is video 5 of 10. It must be time for lunch.
Yes.
Good, we'll take a little break.
Okay.